We have some social media questions. Working Animal on Twitter. Has there been any fallout for you, Bob, and your business as a result of the FBI raid?
No, not yet. I'm kind of bracing for some fallout from the movie.
What is your business?
I own United Nuclear, a scientific equipment and supply company. And we do some prototyping work, sell all varieties of scientific equipment.
You make money from this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that I do.
You told me during the break that you took a picture of one of the beings.
No. I didn't take a picture of one. That was in a briefing from a group separate group at the facility.
What did they look like?
Actually, it looks like your typical thin body. It's just remember the picture was just of the chest area, so it was a very small body, thin head, and I guess gaunt is the only way I could describe it.
Ken Sobers on Twitter. Bob, if a spacecraft distorted space-time in order to travel massive distances, assuming they don't make any arduously large number of tiny jumps, would you expect such distortion to cause detectable gravity waves? I
actually,
asked that question,
yes.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yes, I would, depending on the direction the craft is traveling. Yeah, I would imagine we would be able to detect some gravity waves from that.
Black Rose 48778 on Twitter. What is your theory of the reasons why aliens come to Earth and leave?
I know maybe it's like they love our music, or it's tourism, alien tourism. I don't know. Bob read something really strange and disturbing in the briefings that we have no place to put it, that they referred to human beings as containers, which is the weirdest thing you could ever hear. This is something that was read in the briefings. He has no other information about it, but I don't know. Why are they visiting here? Maybe it's our charming personality.
Which has always bugged me about this, and I've talked about this forever. Why don't they land in Washington? This is a guess. Go to the Capitol, on the Capitol steps, and communicate.
Well, you're assuming they're on the same level with us. When have you ever stopped on the side of the road and pulled over and decided to try and communicate with a bunch of cattle on the side of the road? I think they're just on a completely different level. You never take the time to stop and try and talk to an anthill. I just think they're just in a completely different level, and we're something to observe and maybe have some use, but I don't think they're any...
They're looking at us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they certainly are, and they have been for a long time.
Black Rose asks, what is the purpose of scientific people keeping their knowledge hidden about aliens? What is the purpose that scientific people would keep it hidden?
I don't know why they keep the information about the aliens hidden. Previously they said, well, it would cause panic and upset people, but I don't believe that holds true anymore. And I can see why they keep the technology secret. That's, obviously military, but I really don't know why they don't come clean and tell us what's going on.
Ricky Merchant on Twitter. Given that stability seems important for such a heavy element, was there a lot of effort put into deduce which isotopes were present?
Well, that's kind of, and how did we determine what the element was? I mean, we ran all kinds of tests on it, and everything from atomic absorption and X-ray fluorescence, and every kind of test you could possibly imagine, and bombarded it with radiation to see what effects it would have. They call that neutron activation. And we tried to come up with other isotopes, and accidentally did ourselves, but it was a stable element and something we had never seen before.
Pavlis Slitka, Bob on Twitter. Do you think blowing a whistle on what was going on saved your life?
Well, I think it helped out. I hope it did. I hope this wasn't.
Why would they want to kill you?
Well, once I took friends out to the site to view some of the tests, we got caught at one time. And it kind of all went downhill from there. Immediately after that is when I went public with it, and just thought that was an insurance policy.
He didn't want to go public. He's a reluctant UFO messiah. George Knapp pulled him and said, this is going to help you to protect yourself, and I think he achieved that. Patty Jackson on Facebook asked 2 questions. She was at the premiere in December. Okay.
How big were the spacecrafts from Area 51 that the reverse engineering was done on?
I think it was about 52 feet in diameter.
And approximately how many beings could these spacecraft hold?
3.
Boy, someday we'll have all the answers.
I hope so.
Nothing good comes from the UFO field for him. This is a reluctant UFO messiah. It changed his life.
This week, we've heard the contention of UFO researchers that there's a secret government within our government.
Well, there's several, actually 9 flying saucers, flying discs that are out there of extraterrestrial origin.
The live interview with the shadowy Dennis drew international attention. Portions were broadcast by radio in 6 European countries and in a nationally televised TV special in Japan. Despite numerous inquiries and feelers, Dennis has remained anonymous until now. His real name is Robert Lazar. He says he was hired to work at an area called S4, which is a few miles south of Groom Lake. At S4, he says, are flying saucers, antimatter reactors, and other working examples of technology that is seemingly beyond human capabilities.
I did not believe that this should be a security matter. Some of it, sure. But just the concept that there's definite proof. We even have articles from another world, another system. You just can't not tell everyone.
It was like a Twilight Zone episode. It just kept getting stranger. The fact that it was happening at all was the weirdest part. Look, it's been 30 years, and all of a sudden you raised it to this level? You know, this is a powerful technology, fearsome technology, and you just don't want everyone to have it. It'll become obvious how to make constructive as well as destructive devices from it. It's my only guess as to why they have never released information. It's kind of difficult. Once you release the technology to be analyzed and give it to everyone, they can just run with it. You really can't keep the weapon potential hidden. You really can't. Look, with ET technology, you can literally rule the world.
Well, I am telling the truth. I've tried to prove that what's going on up there could be the most important event in history. You're talking about contact, physical contact and proof from another system, another planet, another intelligence. That's got to be the biggest event in history, period.
And it's real.
And it's real and it's there.